Welcome to the first edition of Sunset Sessions, hosted by me, Marco Messina. We are back in Zadar for the fourth edition of the Sunset Sports Festival. And the first guest we have, the best Brazilian journalist I've ever met in my life, Isabela Pagliari.
Ciao Marco, come stai?
Tutto bene, tutto bene.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. It's an honor. I'm so happy. I'm so glad to have this opportunity. And thanks to Sunset Festival and SofaScore.
This is the second year you've been
Yes,
here, right?
in a row, yeah.
So you enjoying Zadar?
Of course, look at my tan. I was standing on the beach. This place is like amazing. And people are so nice. I'm so happy.
It's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Have you been to Croatia before this
No,
Sunset Festival?
no.
No.
Yeah, the only time I've been here is because of them.
And you're speaking on any panels?
Today, no.
Okay.
But last year, yes, because I have to change plans. I'm going to US to cover the FIFA Club World Cup, so my flight needs to be changed. It's crazy. I have a crazy schedule in front of me, but that's fine.
You're all over the place. But I will say, for the people at home, yesterday you had to host as well for the SofaScore,
Yes.
the award ceremony. You did a fantastic job talking
Thank
about the
you.
Brazilians. And you're such a professional that even after so many hours of work, we came back at midnight, you told me, I'm going to go watch Brazil play at
Yes.
1 o'clock in the morning. I went to sleep. I'm not as good as you. But what was the score? Did they win 2-3-0? They must have. You played
Very
Ecuador.
funny, very funny. Look at my face. I look so tired because I stay up until 3 a.m. to see a terrible game from Brazil against Ecuador, 0-0.
No, it couldn't have ended 0-0.
Yes,
The
it
great
could.
Brazil, you got Ancelotti, you got the Italian coach.
Wait, Ancelotti just
Ancelotti,
arrived,
brava.
and we have to be patient because players need to understand what he wants from them. But it's okay, we have more opportunities to see. But Brazil played very bad.
Really? So you stayed up that long?
Yeah.
To just watch a 0-0?
Yes,
I think I made the right
regret deep. Yeah,
Were there any positives to take away, at least from the game?
1 point.
Point.
Because 0-0, we get 1 point in the qualification for the World Cup. We are in the fourth place right now. When this gonna be on air?
Right now, we're live.
We're live.
Yeah, we're live. Say hello. My mom is watching right now. Give a wave.
We're live.
We're
Oh my
live.
God. Okay. So good morning. Yes. So what I was saying.
About Brazil, you got 1 point, and
Yeah.
the top 4 qualify.
Because,
the
yes.
top 6 qualify, right?
Yeah, exactly. We are in the fourth place.
Okay.
Okay. Let's trust in Ancelotti's work, and I think all he has done in the past shows us that we must trust him. And now we have a really coach that gives respect, because before the coach we have in Brazil, they won like nothing. And when Ancelotti arrives, you see, okay, this man, he has a plan. He knows what he's doing. So we must respect and wait until it's good. Because I know we will.
How did the people react in Brazil? Because I spoke to some Brazilians that at first they said, no, we don't want a European coach, we want a Brazilian coach. But now are they okay? Are they happy?
No, we are so happy. In general, in Brazil, it's like, I can't believe Ancelotti is here. Every time a photo shows up, we say like, no, we must be dreaming. Because we were so, since Brazil lost to Germany 7-1,
Yeah.
the sensation we have in Brazil is like we lost our generation. Neymar is always injured. We don't know if Neymar wants to play soccer anymore, football. So we must have another plan. And with Ancelotti, the feeling is that we will arrive or we will achieve something. Because there was never a real problem with an European coach. The problem is that the Brazilian coach wants to be there, so they will complain because why you're gonna search for a coach outside of Brazil? We have perfect people here. Okay, if we had perfect people in Brazil, we would have won something. So there's no debate about that right now.
I've seen people say too that obviously the Brazilian generation that maybe we grew up watching is different than the generation right now. And they say Ancelotti's very good with managing the stars.
Yes.
Vinny loves him.
Yes.
Of course. That's one of his favorites. Does he have the superstars to do it with Brazil?
Yeah. In fact, for example, Casemiro, it's been a while that he wasn't being called for the national team. And Casemiro is someone that Ancelotti works for a very long time in Real Madrid, and he trusts his work. Other example is Richarlison from Tottenham. Richarlison, he was away from a Brazilian team because of injuries, okay? But Ancelotti called him because they used to work before in Everton. It's been a long time ago, but he called people he trusts. But I think this first list of players is being helped with people from CBF. So maybe the next one will be more Ancelotti. You know what I mean?
Of course, it takes time for him to be able to learn the players. I'm sure a lot of them play in Brazil
because
too.
it's so funny because Ancelotti doesn't speak Portuguese yet. But people ask in Portuguese in the press conference, Ancelotti, I don't know if he's understanding because I don't see no one translating for him. And then he answered in Spanish, and I'm sure, 100% sure that at least more than 50% of the journalists don't get it. It's like a comedy.
It's like when you kept speaking to me in Portuguese.
Exactly.
Yesterday, and I don't understand.
No, because Marco, he is from United States. I speak English, but sometimes when my brain is on rush, I start speaking Portuguese. Like, vamos, Marco, faz alguma coisa aqui. And what are you saying?
but then you start speaking so quick, and I lose it.
Yeah.
It's similar. Portuguese and Italian is similar.
More or less, because they are calling Ancelotti Carlos. Carlos is a name, Carlo is another name. Ian, they know how to say Gucci, but they can't say Ancelotti. They say Ancelotti.
Ancelotti.
Crazy.
I saw he feels like he got assimilated too to the area. I've seen videos of him trying to learn some of the traditions.
I know, he said that, Ancelotti, he said that he's gonna learn Portuguese.
Okay.
He wants to.
Okay.
But it takes time.
Of course.
Even though he speaks very good Spanish, is not the same, guys. Because when someone, are you from Brazil? Yes. So they start talking Spanish. No, it's not the same language. People are a little bit crazy, right?
It's different, yeah. But talking about some of those players that are within the squad, it was really cool of you yesterday during the SofaScore award ceremony. You have a relationship with players because you're so great at the way that you interact with them and you make them feel comfortable. And Rafinha was one that you got a video to be sent.
Yeah, this is a very good thing. When SofaScore team told me Isa Rafinha won 2 trophies, 2 awards, and he's the only player who won 2. Can you ask him to send a video? I said, okay, I will try. But Rafinha actually is with Brazilian team in Brazil. And I said, okay. I text him on WhatsApp, hi Rafinha, you won 2 trophies. Oh, really? I didn't know that it even exists. And I said, yes. We're gonna arrange to go to Barcelona the next season to give you in person. I said, nice. So Rafinha, can you send me a video? Okay, what should I say, Isa? And I say, wait, I'm gonna send you a text. But the guys from the team here, they said, we need 2 videos. Guys, 1 video from a player is already a tough job. 2 videos. And I said, okay, Rafinha, in fact, you won 2 trophies, and in the ceremony, you're gonna show up 2 times.
Okay.
First, Champions League. Okay, Isa, can you write down what should I say? I say, okay. So I wrote him a text. Okay, for the next one, La Liga. And I said, okay, Rafinha, you're gonna appear the second time, so you should say, hey, another trophy. Because if you see the video, we have the video to show or no? Maybe no.
Maybe we can insert it.
Okay. And Rafinha said, olha, mais troféuzinho. He said like, oh, another little trophy. It's so cute. But before that, he was like, silence on WhatsApp. And I said, oh my God, I hate pushing people to send things, you know? Yeah. But I said, okay, please, Rafinha, it's very important to me. We're gonna have the show tomorrow. It was before yesterday. And then he said, okay, Isa. And I slept because in Brazil it's 5 hours before. I slept here in Croatia. When I woke up, Rafinha sent me 2 videos, like, and I sent right away to Pete. And
Very
it
nice.
was so happy.
That's not an easy thing to do.
No.
Not at all.
Everything with players is never easy because you never know what's gonna happen.
100%. And they're busy. They have a million people messaging
Yes.
them. But it probably says a lot about the way that you've interacted with them and
Yes.
the way that you've built a relationship.
I have a fun fact with Rafinha. Recently, I went to his house in Barcelona to record a video for my YouTube channel. I have like Isa Visita, it's like Isa Visit, and I go to players' house, etc. And then I have a lot of things because once you have this opportunity to have an interview, you never know when you're gonna be the next one. So I try to do everything I can during that moment, and Rafinha never complained. We were like shooting.
Yeah.
I said correct.
Yes, right. You're right.
Shooting during 3 hours, and inside my mind I was like, okay, maybe he's tired. And I said, Rafinha, are you tired? No. If I'm not enjoying it, I will say to you. So we continue. And that time I was tired, not tired. I was hungry, and hungry.
You remember the word. Give me a high five. Yesterday, I taught Isa a word, and it was hangry because she was telling me that she's hungry, and of course you get angry.
Because when
It's a nice word.
when I'm hungry, I become like a monster. Give me food.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, and then Rafinha said, no, Isa, let's continue. He didn't say, oh, sorry, I have to go, I have physiotherapy, I have whatever. No, he was there. If I want to shoot with him, film 10 hours in a row, he will accept.
Wow.
This is very valuable for me. And that with the interview where he said about Italian national team.
I couldn't believe it. So
Me too.
I was scrolling, and then I see Rafinha could have joined the Italian national team. Something that in Italy, by the way, nobody knows. And then I scroll down because we always give the credit to the source. I see Isabela Pagliari.
I know that name.
I said, I think I was with her in Croatia last year. And then I texted you right away,
Yeah.
and I couldn't believe you broke news in all of Italy.
Yes,
you were on Gazzetta. You were on Sky. You
Not
were
even
everywhere.
Italy, in the whole world. I
the world.
received from everyone, look, you're here, there. Brazilian, of course. And so I'm proud of this because this shows that if you put players at ease,
Yes.
they can tell things that they only say for friends. It's not that I'm a friend of them, but in my work, I try to be as soft I can so players can feel very at ease to say things like that.
And where did you learn that? Was it you seeing other interactions?
No,
And
in fact, it's my way of being. I'm like that in life. I really care about people histories, about people lives, and I love to learn with them. So my work, what I love the most is to humanize stars. So people see Neymar, Mbappe, but they are human, even though we don't think they are. But they have the same problem as we do, but they are millionaire.
it helps.
Yes.
Doesn't solve everything.
It helps, but yeah, exactly. So my main thing is to discover and to unveil new stories from players that never been told before.
But how do you do that? Because a lot of players, rightfully so, they're skeptical. They can be stabbed in the back from their best friends, from journalists. So what's your approach? How is it different to other people?
Because first, I think I'm putting the same level as him. It means I speak like they speak. For example, using terms that I'm gonna say in Portuguese because we can't translate. For example, e aí, cara, como é que foi?
Cara means like cute?
It's like, how do you say when you talk to your friend and you use not polite?
Yeah.
Not polite.
Yeah, just speaking in like normal terms.
Yeah, but
And
very
a little slang.
Yeah, slang, exactly. So I do slang. I put myself. I'm smiling.
But you're yourself.
Yeah, I'm myself, and until now, that worked very good.
Wow.
So this is my main thing, to put players at ease so they can speak very good, like we were friends.
It's refreshing. Yeah, I have the same mentality
Yeah.
as well. I think it's the right way. And
Yes.
it's the normal way. Who else have you been able to develop relationships with
And then,
in the sports world?
Marquinhos, because his wife, he's my friend. It's very funny because when COVID, when lockdown started in France, I was in Paris, and Carol, Marquinhos' wife, called me, Isa, come here to stay with us because they have a huge house. We were like more than 20 people together, and I stayed 2 months with them.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, during COVID in Paris.
So you must have been really happy when he lifted the trophy.
Of course, because I consider as if they were part of my family. Because during 10 years, I lived in Paris alone. I don't have family. And Carol, Marquinhos, Marquinhos' mother, father, they all I don't know, a support family for me. Yeah, they embraced me. They opened the doors of their house, and I always knew how to split things. They are my friends. They are like family. But when I need to do my job as a journalist, I will do. So there's no conflict, really.
Do you ever get into like a weird point with any players where you have to say something,
yes,
or you have to ask a hard question?
One time I was in Madrid. PSG was playing against Real, and at that time, Daniel Alves, Neymar, Thiago Silva, they were playing for Paris Saint-Germain. Something weird happened. Unai Emery was the coach that time, and Unai Emery decided to put the captain, Thiago Silva, on the bench.
Oh, wow.
Against Real Madrid, a huge game. Okay, after the game, I don't remember the score, but I think Paris Saint-Germain lost. And I asked players like Neymar and Daniel Alves. They said, guys, so don't you think that, I know, how do you felt when you saw that Thiago Silva was on the bench, the captain, and they stay like, I don't know. I cut their words, and they was like no words to explain to me. And okay, cut this part. Few days later, we were doing something at Marquinhos' house, and Daniel Alves were there, Neymar was there, and I show up, and they said, Isa, you fucked me up.
No way.
And I said, why? What kind of question? No, but joking.
Okay.
It was not like bad. But I said, guys, listen, sometimes I will have to ask questions. It's my job. You are the right to not answer at all if you don't want.
Yeah.
But I need sometimes to ask questions that is going to be not comfortable for you.
Uh-huh.
But it's always on a good mood. It's not like, I hate you. No,
Okay.
we're laughing.
Okay. You never had a bad interaction?
No.
That's good.
No.
That's lucky.
It's always, they know what I need to do, they respect what I do, but if they don't like what I'm asking them, they are the right not to stop.
That's true.
Yeah, but one day I told Neymar, when he arrived at PSG, I told him, Neymar, I don't know you yet, but if you can stop in mixed zone after the game of PSG, because in France, even if you don't have the rights of Ligue 1, you have a position after the game to ask players questions. But they are not, how do you say, obligated.
Obligated.
They are not.
They don't have to do it.
They don't have to do it. They do if they can. But I said, Neymar, listen, it's very important. If you can't stop some games after the game to talk to us, I'm going to try to explain to you, Neymar. When you talk to us, to the media, that time, 2017, it's like if you were scoring a goal in a Champions League final.
For you.
And I said this to him because I don't know if I'm being clear, but that time in Barcelona, Neymar never talked to the press.
Okay.
Yeah, 2017. When he arrived at PSG, I was covering PSG. It's been 3 or 4 years. And I said, Neymar, you just arrived. I don't know you well, but let me say you something. If you can, after the games, sometimes stop and talk to us. It's very important. And he said, okay. And I tried to explain to him how he could understand how important it is when he talks. And I said, when you, Messi or Cristiano, stop to talk to the press, it's like if you were scoring a goal in the Champions League final. It's so important, come on. And he said, okay. And then I had so many interviews with him.
That's such a good way of putting it.
Yeah, I tried to.
Yeah.
Show
You contextualized it for him.
What?
You contextualized it.
Yes,
You put it into perspective.
Exactly. That's what I do sometimes, so people can put be on my shoes.
Yeah. So why was he not talking to people at Barcelona?
Maybe Barcelona, they had a different way of conducting media. Like in Real Madrid, they are very close. It's not like you go there, you interview whatever you want, whoever you want. In PSG, it was different. They were open, very open.
They were Hollywood.
Yeah, no, they were learning how to deal with stars. It's so fun because I was remembering my friends to how insane it was. I was in PSG every game at the Parc des Princes, and after the game there was a piano, and I play piano in the VIP area.
Okay.
So I finished my job, and I started playing, recording myself. And one day, a security guy came, and my friend, other journalist, was with me. Isa, he's arriving, stop. And the guy said, oh, so nice, can you play that one? So the security guy, it's insane. And Neymar, Thiago Silva, Marquinhos, sometimes they were doing a samba after the game in the stadium, in a VIP lounge.
Yeah.
So it was really open. And that colleague, my colleague, came from Barcelona, and he was shocked. Oh my God, this is so another world, because in Barcelona we can't do this, impossible. But here in PSG, you journalists play piano. It's crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
One thing I learned about you recently is you're a real hustler.
What?
You're a hustler.
Hustle.
I told you this word yesterday too, because it can't be easy for a woman coming from Brazil to break in to the men's game.
Being a woman is already tough.
That's what I mean. So how did you deal with those challenges?
Because I never put like myself in the, oh, I'm a woman, respect me, No, I just do what I need to do, and my work will speak for myself. So I prefer to work hard and show things when it's done, because there's a lot of comments on social media, she doesn't understand nothing about football, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I have the best coach. Every time I have a player, for example, I have 5 minutes with Kylian Mbappe when he renewed with PSG.
Wow.
5 minutes, 5. What do you ask in 5 minutes? So I asked something, blah, 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 but there was it's like an exclusive interview, but it's not exclusive because there were so many spots, like Brazil spot, me, Italian, France, whatever. And I said, okay, I must ask something different. And in the last question, I asked him about the FIFA Club World Cup, because in Qatar it will take place in December and he renewed in May, so like 8 months to go. And I said, how do you see Brazil, the South American club team, and he said, I think the problem with the South American clubs is that they don't play against high level.
This was you?
Yeah.
He gave the quote to you? I remember this quote.
Yes.
It went
I think
around.
they show in the locker room, I don't know how to say, vestiário, before the game to the final between Argentina. Because imagine Kylian Mbappe saying, no, they are not good. And then Argentina win the FIFA club. The FIFA World Cup.
So you played your hand in the World Cup, is what you say?
Yeah.
Because that video.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was you.
Yeah, because it was me. I'm sure you after. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a really good quote. Is that your favorite interview of all time?
No, because it was quick.
Okay.
The favorite interview is when I have time to really tell a story. 5 minutes with Kylian Mbappe is nice, but I can go deep.
Okay.
You know
which was your favorite?
It's hard to say. I have a lot of quotes, very good quotes that was in all of the world, but I would say Rafinha recently, because Rafinha, he showed me a different part that I never could imagine. For example, he reads books, he's very intellectual, it's different from a regular player. So he said that he hates staying in the phone. He put phones away and he started reading books. It's very nice to talk to him. You can learn a lot.
So getting back to just the hustle that you have and the way that you've just grinded your way, you travel all over the place. Sometimes we see you pitch side at the Champions League. Then you're going to be doing the Club World Cup you just mentioned as well. How did you actually get started? Did you go to school for this?
Nice.
Where did it begin?
It began when I was 12 years old. 12.
That's young.
Yeah, when Brazil played the World Cup 2002, when we
You
won,
won, yeah, I know, I remember.
And that time I felt something with football that I understood that time that was very different. So I was young, 12 years old. You don't know what you want to do in your life. But at about age of 17, I was leaving high school and I needed to decide what I was supposed to do. I like that time three things: acting, singing, and
I can see this.
acting, singing, and football. And then I started studying, and almost my friends in school, they were men. So I played soccer, terrible, but I played. My boyfriend that time, he played very well. So we always learning and talking about football. But finally, the moment I decided to really put myself into it is when I went it's not that I went. I wrote, for example, do you know the rates of the players? In Brazil, we have like L'Equipe, but in Brazil...
Okay, the ratings, yes, the player ratings.
Yeah, but the fan rating.
Oh, okay, fan rating. I got it.
I send them after a Palmeiras game. Palmeiras is my club, the club I support in Brazil. Palmeiras, I send the rating of each player, and they publish. At my face, Isabela Pagliari, notas do jogador, rating, players rating by Isabela Pagliari.
Do you have this?
Yes.
Still? Do you have it like in your room?
Yes.
Oh, that's so
and then I
sweet.
said, okay, that's a good sign.
Was that the first taste? Like, I want to do this.
Yes, but I wasn't still in the university that time. I was 18 years old, I guess. Yeah. And then I started doing a lot of things. I had how do you say? I had a manager at certificado de treinador de futebol.
You were you're certified to coach?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes. It was like 5 intensive days in Brazil with Parreira, Filipão.
So a coaching course.
Yeah, coaching course.
Coaching course, okay.
Like Sindicato dos Treinadores do Estado de São Paulo, Citrefesp, it's for São Paulo especially. Okay. So that's it. And I start loving things, but before I ended where I'm now, I was only a producer.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
What a story. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. You said you could dance the samba.
No.
Can you teach me?
I don't know how to dance the samba.
You just said it.
No, I know how to sing, to acting.
Okay. Brazilian. I thought every Brazilian
immediately
God. You know how to samba.
No, let's try to do another thing.
What can you teach me? Give me one move.
Ai, que vergonha, velho. Assim, ó, pera. Ó, you do like this.
Like this? Good enough.
Oh my God,
thank
Marco,
you, Isa.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Bye, guys.
Grazie, Isa.
Thank you.